Hey guys, it's time to compare the Xperia X to the HTC 10. This is going to be a full comparison, helping you out in making a decision if you are stuck between the HTC 10 and the Xperia X or Xperia X Performance, whatever. Okay, so first of all, talking about the price of these two phones, HTC 10 cost around in between $650 to $700, at least where I live, while the Xperia X phone, it's going to be launching officially in June, so you're going to be seeing some official prices, but my guess is that it's going to be in between $400 to $500, the Xperia X model, and the performance will cost probably around $650, so that's my guess. Now basically, if we talk about the build quality, first of all, now HTC has made a big leap. They have made the design really good. You can see that it's a shiny phone. It looks really good when you hold it. I've seen people looking at this phone with their mouth opened. Definitely this is a great phone when it comes to the looks. On the other hand, the Xperia X has no glass. Finally, Sony ditched the glass for the better build, like using the aluminum. So much better, no fingerprints, really good. I like what Sony did. So both are premium, but personally I think the HTC is more attractive. You might like this design more. Some people prefer Sony's design, but some people like HTC design, but it was my first experience with a HTC flagship phone. I gotta say, build quality wise, HTC was good, was really good, and also you can see that the buttons on the HTC phone are a lot more compact compared to the Xperia X, especially the volume rocker. It's like it looks a little bit flimsy, okay, a little bit weak, okay. Same thing with the camera shutter button, you can say. So I mean, I'm not saying that it's gonna break, but it doesn't feel that solid like HTC phone. Other than that, you got fingerprint sensors on both phones. You got it here on the power button on the Xperia X, while on the HTC 10 you got it on the home button, which is basically a touch system, so it works pretty fine. You can see in terms of fatness, I think both phones are fat, but it has chamfered edges, so it gives you a look like it's a thin phone, but it's actually a thick one. So definitely they are not the most thinnest devices on the market. Also, you can notice that both phones have micro SD card slot option for storage expansion. On the back you can see their branding, HTC Xperia. Okay. Cameras, 12 megapixel on the HTC phone with f1.8 aperture size. This one has f2.0 aperture size with 23 megapixel sensor with hybrid focus, which is like a predictive hybrid focus, which actually predicts before focusing, which doesn't work that well with the Xperia X. That's what I've seen while quoting videos and everything, but it will be working more better with the Xperia X Performance because that one has a bigger or like heavier or better CPU and GPU. So HTC also has a laser autofocus with dual LED flash, which is also pretty great. Moving on to the display, if we take a look at the displays here, you can see that the HTC has 5.2-inch Quad HD display. Wait, what? Yes, it is a first ever HTC one lineup phone, or one M series lineup phone, flagship phone that has a Quad HD display. I gotta say, it's a pretty nice display. Okay, it's pretty nice. The Sony is the best 1080p display on any phone. Okay, period. One of the most best phone with 1080p display I've ever seen. I'm using it as my main phone. I was using HTC. I switched to Xperia X. I was planning to switch to like any of my phone, I'm going to tell you the reason why I wanted to do that. But I switched to Xperia X when I bought it, of course, recently, because it has a 1080p display. I thought that it's going to be like a downgrade thing, but it is so beautiful that I don't mind going from Quad HD to 1080p. So Sony is definitely going a little bit low, they went with 4K last year with Xperia Z5 Premium, but 1080p, I think that's a good choice because not a lot of people care about having Quad HD resolution on their phone. Instead, they want a better battery life, and that is what you will get on Xperia X phone. So if we take a look at the software, now this is where I made the switch. Okay, this is why I made the switch. HTC, it's been like 1 month. I'm gonna be making a detailed video about this topic. Okay, HTC Sense UI, it's really good, customizable and all that. This is Sony's UI, it's also customizable. You can see they have their own customization and a little bit of stock touch like quick settings. If we go here quickly into the main settings on both phones, you can see the HTC actually looks a lot more like materialistic. So we got Android Marshmallow on both phones again. So the reason why I switch is because HTC is currently having some lag issues, okay? Now, if you remember my speed test videos, the Xperia X, it has a Snapdragon 650 chipset with 3 GB of RAM. It actually outperformed the Snapdragon 820 powered 4 GB RAM HTC 10. And the reason why is because the HTC became slow over the 1 month usage, okay? Now people, they like to dislike my videos. You know, I've seen some dislike on that video. Please don't dislike, okay? I've seen some people defending HTC that you were using a theme or something like that. Come on guys, this is a mid-range chipset. Samsung use these Snapdragon 650 chipset inside of their Galaxy A7 lineup, you know. Those phones are like really selective for some markets. It's not an international chipset. Obviously, you can say that the Snapdragon 820 will have more optimization because we got 820 on the HTC 10, we got 820 on the G5, we got 820 on the S7. So you can expect more optimization with the apps and, you know, all that stuff. But it is slow. The reason why it's slow because you know, if I downloaded some apps, some games, the data, you know, after the usage of 1 month, it became slow because the software is still not quite good, okay? And another thing that made me switch is because when you charge this phone with the HTC's official charger, it's gonna charge fast, that's good, but it's gonna heat up like crazy, okay? And if you try to use it, your hand, it's gonna burn your hand. I mean, the sensation that I get after using my phone after a full charge, it's like heating up. It's like, I don't know why. I definitely think that this can be fixed by a software update, but currently this is a big issue that I don't like on my HTC phone. So again, I felt like that I should explain it because a lot of people will be getting benefit from this truthful, honest video, okay? So this is a Type-C connector, and I've been using the Nexus 6P charger with the HTC phone, which works kind of better compared to the official charger. So yeah, that's that. Now you know why I made a switch to the Xperia X because of the software, okay? It needs some work to done. So it needs some improvement. So let's talk about the camera, okay? Now when it comes to camera quality, picture quality overall, the HTC 10 does a little bit better job making the pictures more vibrant, you know. Now I do like vibrant pictures, okay? I do like the colors of HTC phone. Sony, it's nice. It's using the same camera tech of the last year. Has a little bit better autofocus, which I haven't seen good on the Xperia phone at the moment, you know, performing really good. But yeah, I mean, it is nice. It's not bad. It's better than most of the phones out there. Again, it does have a dedicated camera button to capture pictures for better stability and all that. And also, both phones do a decent job in low light situations. You may like the pictures from the HTC 10 a little bit more. I don't know, you know, it's just your personal preference. You're the judge here. Let me know in the comment section down below. So let's take a look at the video quality of both phones. Again, you can record 4K on HTC 10, but no 4K for the Xperia X, only limited to 1080p. So lastly, if we talk about the batteries on these phones, of course, battery life wise, they are good. I mean, on HTC phone, I get around like 4 hours, in between 4 to 5 hours screen on time. Probably the same thing with the Xperia phone also. Currently, it's giving me in between 4 to 5 hours plus screen on time. They will survive up to 1 day easily, but you might have to charge them at the end of the day. It depends on your usage. Sony claims that you can get like 2 days of battery life out of this phone, but according to me, this phone will give you around 1 day plus, but you will have to charge this phone like the next day, maybe in morning or evening, in maybe like in morning time. But battery wise, both are good. The best thing about the 2016 flagship phones is that they have really good battery life. HTC 10, LG G5, all these phones, they give around 4 hours plus screen on time, which is pretty decent. Again, you can make your usage more better by using some power saving tools and using low brightness and all that. So yeah, this was the full comparison between the HTC 10 versus the Sony Xperia X phone. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and peace.